Cool. So welcome to the call. Obviously, this week is the letter C. For those that are new, the two previous calls, last Friday and the Friday before, was A and B. This week is C. So before we go into it, as I said, I like to always let you guys know where this information is coming from, because whoever's got your ears got your life. I'm a firm believer that if you buy into someone's perception, you buy into their lifestyle. You know, for 26 years, I was, taking advice from, people that weren't living the lifestyle that I wanted. And, unfortunately, common sense is the least common of all senses. That, that they don't teach us how to earn income in school. They don't teach us how to live a life, how to make decisions, how to be committed, and how to believe, etc. in school. So, and it's no rocket science that it's, there's the system. If you want more things, if you want a better life than the people around you, that you need to do something different. So this is completely different for anyone in my family. So, I read the book Think and Grow Rich back in 2000 and I think it was 17. I didn't really do much with it until 2018, but it's one of those books which I read and I was just like, this is crazy. This is crazy. I don't get why no one else is reading this book. That's obviously the author was Napoleon Hill. He's actually created the most millionaires ever. And if an interesting fact as well, 78% of all millionaires that are alive today are self-made. Only 12% are, actually from their parents. So I found that exciting because I thought, do you know what? If they can do it, why can't I? We're all human. I'm gonna learn the science. I'm gonna learn the principles and just apply it in my life. So Napoleon Hill, he actually mentored a guy called Earl Nightingale. It was Earl Nightingale which really lit my fire. I was working nights and I had like my Spotify and just like random motivational podcasts because I was feeling a bit down. And The Strangest Secret come on by Earl Nightingale. If you haven't watched it, go and watch it on YouTube or listen to it. It's an audio. The Strangest Secret. He talks about we become what we think about. And it just blew my mind. It literally floored me. From that moment on, I was just obsessed with success and why people live the way they live and why people don't live the way they live. Bob Proctor actually found the book Think and Grow Rich and made his millions and got to a point where he realized, wow, like I've gone from being broke. He was also a 5'5", so he found the book at 26, same age as me. Strange. And then he became a millionaire and thought, you know what? I need to teach this information. So obviously he found Earl Nightingale. He sold his $1 million, millions of dollars worth of business to go work with Earl Nightingale. And obviously now I'm personally mentored by Linda Proctor, Bob Proctor's wife. Met Bob a few times, spoke on stage with him, and I'm still learning. But I just wanted to let you guys know where this information is coming from. Cool. So we're getting right into it. So recap on last week's call. Obviously, we talked about belief and the 4 components of believing. The 4 components of believing, I'm not going to go deep into because obviously we touched it last week, but it's, your environment, the information in your life, the people in your life, and the experiences that you go through. You have to make sure that those 4 things are in check every single day of your life. There's a reason why 97 or 8% of people fail, and that's because they don't do what I'm about to talk about on this call, which is make a committed decision. So those are the 4 components. And then, the second point is words. Our words create our world. I listened to someone's live today, and she said, "I'm not a public speaker," and I was like, "Whoa!" I was like, "It's okay to think that. Don't say that. You want to say that you're excited. You're excited. I am confident, and that's how you want to be, drowning yourself and lying to yourself. If you look at that word believe, what's the middle 3 letters there? You got to lie to yourself repeatedly. So our words create our world. So really watch what you're speaking, because what you do speak does actually come into our lives. And if you say, I always mess up when I speak, guess what's going to happen? So you want it to be, it's crazy how it works. Like I said, it's not my planet. I didn't design it, but it's just crazy how it works. So mindset is 99% of success. The spiritual side of success is what a lot of people miss out on. They go out there, they do the work, but they don't do it with a smile on their face. They don't do it with the winning attitude, and they don't do it with the understanding that if you think about your goal, if you think about who you want to become constantly and hold that vision, you start to naturally become that person. As you're acting, though, that's the key. As you're acting, you want to pray constantly, yeah, but with your feet. You want to be moving. You want to be moving. So this week's call is going to be C, committed. You know, you need to be 100% committed. I heard someone say the other day, if you're 99% committed towards your goals and dreams, your males will be 0% committed. So if you're just, obviously, if you're on this call, you're interested in, otherwise you won't be on the call, you're interested in bettering yourself and actually achieving some goals. If you are not 100% committed, it's not going to happen. It's not going to happen. And the slightest, someone could literally say boo, and you're gonna just fail. You're gonna crumble. You need to be 100% committed. That's what tonight's call is going to be about. So, as you know, I like to define words. Let's define what committed means. You know, commitment. Let me move that. Is the state or quality of being dedicated to a cause or activity. So it's actually a state of being. It's actually like because if you met me, you'd know that I'm in a state of I'm committed to where I want to go. I'm committed. I'm in a state or quality of being to a cause and activity. This is where most people go wrong. They're not dedicated to the activity. They're dedicated to the personal growth. They're dedicated to jumping on these calls on a Friday night, but they're not dedicated to go and build whatever they've got to build. You know, if they don't feel like it, then they won't do it. You want to write this down? Commitment does not require feelings. If everyone just moved when they felt good, like I wouldn't be sat here right now talking to an Apple computer. You know, we wouldn't be flying across the world. We wouldn't have smartphones if everyone just did things when they felt good. You know, it's the characters. Our characters measured and actually built in the tough times. So commitment is the state and quality of being dedicated to a cause and activity. State, what does the word state mean? State is a particular condition that something or something is in at a specific time. You can choose whatever state that you're in. The key to what I just said about the spiritual side of success is, if you write your goal out in present tense, I'm so happy and grateful now that I'm earning X amount, I'm so happy and grateful now that I am this, whatever result you're trying to achieve, you have to live in that condition. You have to be in that state. State is something which is immovable. You're a statue. The word you is in state, and then you have to be a statue. You have to be literally, I'm committed 100% to doing whatever it takes to being where I want to be, because look, I'm sick and tired of being sick and tired. I want to change the trajectory of you know, my family's generation of results, the people around me. I want to do it for me. You know, I want to do it for them. I want to do it for the world. I want to prove myself that I can do it. So you have to be committed. All right. So there's too many people that are interested and not committed. The amount of times I'm interested. Interest is not going to, it's not going to cut it. If you're only interested in succeeding, you might as well just jump off this line. I'll be honest. Like the truth hurts, but secrets kill. So I'd rather tell you the truth. The truth is what will set you free, because you're only lying to yourself. And know that. You know, you need to be committed. So ask yourself, am I just, the reason why I put that photo there is because most people, they just peek. They peek through the letterbox of what their goals and dreams could look like. If they start a new business, I'll give it a go. I'll have a, no, it's, you don't want to stroke your goals. You want to boot that door down. Like, you want to boot it down and let them know what's about to happen. Like, I don't know what I'm doing, but listen, I'm here. Angie's here. Tyler's here. I'm here to take over. This is how it is. What are you doing? I don't know, but just tell me what to do and I'll do it. Just tell me what to do and I'm going to do it. I'm not going to give it a try and I'll do that tomorrow, or I'll message them the way I want to message them, and I'll do an event when I feel like doing an event. I'll go to the gym when I feel like it. No, I'm here. This is the plan, and I'm going to smash the plan. I'm not going to stroke it. I'm going to get a baseball bat and I'm going to attack my goals. You need to be aggressive towards your goals and dreams, not towards people, but just towards goals and dreams. New levels brings new devils. You know, the second that you make a committed decision, like Bob talks about, when you make a decision, you actually flip yourself onto a frequency. So when you make a decision, I heard this analogy today, and it really just hit home. Like, Imagine now that your goal has got a position, like maybe like a station. Yeah, your goal is it's got a station, and on that station, sitting on your goals and dreams is this word adversity. You know, challenge. You know, you've got haters, you've got loads of problems just sat on your goal. Now, because you have made the decision to actually, the committed decision to actually go all out and do whatever it takes to get there, those adversities and challenges, they're just going to sit on your goal, and just because you're not going to face anything if you're not doing anything. If you've got no problems in your life, you're not doing anything. If you've got no haters in your life today, that's a big indicator that you're not moving anywhere. But most people try and avoid the haters. They try and avoid the challenges. They try. If the only problem is not having a problem, it's understanding this information, which is going to get you through the problem. But the second that you make a decision, get this. This is mad, but true. The second that you make a decision, look, I'm going to do it. You booted the door down. The door is no longer on its hinges. It's down. You know what I mean? It's that's it. You're on this journey. You've burnt the ships. Here we go. I'm all in. Adversity, right, will move from your goal and hit you. But you can either see that as a curse. I see it as, well, guess what? The station where my goals is, that's free now. That's free. Because all the adversity and stuff has moved away from it to try and get you, to try and keep you where you're at. And do you know what's scary about this? This adversity, I mean, a negative person is so easy to spot. I tell you what's hard to spot: average people. But it's not hard to spot when you're committed. Average people are the biggest dream killers in the world. Grant Cardone, he talks about the middle class and how much he just despises the middle class because they're in a position of just comfortable. They're just so comfortable. They're not struggling. You know, they go on 1 holiday a year, 2 holidays a year. They've got their house, they've got the couple cars, they've got the children, and if that's what you want, that's great. That is amazing. And as long as, you know, because your success is different to my success, but if you're looking to be a high achiever in whatever you're doing and actually like take yourself to the next level and strive to be the best, average people are the I mean, because, you know, it's not easy. It's not hard to spot a negative person, but average people, wow. You know, so what the point I'm trying to make is you need to realize that the second that you make a decision, the world is going to smack you in the face and do whatever it takes to keep you where you're at. And you need to just push through the adversity, because then eventually with your persistence, with your consistency, you'll find that space, you'll find your goal, and you'll realize it, your progressive realization of a worthy ideal. So you'll realize that, wow, I just stuck with it. I continue to do the actions, even when, you know, the challenges were coming, even when this was happening in my life, I still worked. Even when it didn't make sense, even to me, I still did the work. I still did it. I still moved. You know, even when I was scared to go and speak to that person, I still did it. Even when I was scared of, you know, public speaking, I still did it. And I did it with a smile on my face, and I did it with the understanding of, this is just a challenge, man. And if I don't go through this challenge, I'm never going to get to my goal. I'm never going to get to it. So plan B is a distraction from plan A. You know, at the minute I'm watching a Will Smith video every single day, something which my mentor Darren suggested. You know, and he talks about, you know, plan B, it's purely a distraction. You know, it's the word focus is following one course until successful. 1 second, let me just mute that person. So have a plan A and just dedicate and commit yourself to that plan. As you know what Bob talks about, you know, our spiritual DNA is perfect. Rich or poor, we always want more. You know, you put a potato in a dark room, it's going to grow towards the light. As human beings, we are naturally seeking more. But, and this is key as well, our inner self will always express itself. Our inner selves will always express itself. It's up to you what you are wanting to come into existence. So whatever you're putting inside yourself, like, you know, your goals and dreams, the people around you, everything all the information which your environment, because you become a product of environment, everything that's going in will express. And if you don't like yourself, if you've got a negative perception of yourself, that's going to express itself in some, you know, some people turn to drink, some people are eating bad, and some people that they'll get lazy. That they won't move because of their perception of themselves, and so you need to only put into your mind the right information. It's like the four components we just talked about last week. And this is also good to understand that, because you may meet a person who says, I'm just happy with things as they are. That there is just someone highlighting a basic law of our natural DNA is always for fuller expression. So every human, rich or poor, always wants more. Like, just think about it. If you're running, you want to run faster. If you're earning money, you want to earn more. It doesn't matter what you're doing, you always want to do more. So there's always a new level, as long as you know that, because complacency is it's something which, I mean, I haven't achieved the success that nowhere near what that I want to achieve. But even I got to a level of complacency at one point. It's like, what are you doing? What are you doing? So why do people fail? Jason Solomon, another one of my mentors, six-figure earner. He's 23 years old, very wise for his age. He said this yesterday on the call, and he just slapped me in the face. Listening to negative people. He said it doesn't matter if they don't buy into your story. All that matters is that you don't buy into theirs. So this is so key, because when you, like I said, when you make that decision, adversity, normally it's close friends and family. They're not going to understand what you're talking about. They're not going to understand, why it is that you want change, and that it's not that they don't want it for you. It's that they don't understand. You can't give what you haven't got. So, and I've saw it even this week. In the business which I'm a part of, I've saw it even this week where I've had an individual. He's gone a bit quiet, and I reached out to him and said, what's up? Is everything okay? And he said, I spoke to my family, and they're saying that I'm obsessed, and it's all I talk about. And the thing is, that's the average talk I'm talking about, because we're taught in school, don't be obsessed. If you're not obsessed with your goal, you're not going to achieve your goal. You have to be obsessed with it. You have to be obsessed with it. Do you think Kobe Bryant was obsessed with basketball? I think he was. Do you think Cristiano Ronaldo is obsessed with football? I think he is. Do you think Bob Proctor's obsessed with teaching personal development? I think he is. So you have to be obsessed, but it's surrounding yourself with the people that are also obsessed with their goals and dreams. And another one, they don't surround themselves with things that they want. They're only seeing what it is that they've got. They're only speaking about what they've got. You want to speak into existence. Our words are actually, what was the quote Darren said earlier? It's. You what, sorry? Yeah, our words are our only creative force, on this earth. He said something about leaving footprints in the snow, and that'll tell you where you go. Footprints in the snow, and that'll tell you where you're gonna go. If you follow the footprints in the snow, that'll tell you where you're gonna go. So have a dream board, have your goals set out, go and sit in the nice cars, go and sit in the nice home. Yeah, you have to surround yourself with what it is you want. If you've got any sort of belief that you're actually gonna get it. I was speaking to Linda Proctor today, the wife of Bob Proctor, one of our main mentors, and she said, you have to go and do this. You have to go and sit in the car, sit in the houses that you want, and put some money aside every single week, every single month towards that. Otherwise, it's just a wish. It's not an actual desire. It's just a wish. Following the footprint in the snow, and you'll be where you want to go. Yeah, that's it, man. That's it. So, and that's about. And there you go. That just touches on the last one. There's no mentor. This is why people fail. They don't have a mentor. Having a mentor is non-negotiable. Non-negotiable. Lean not on your understanding. If you haven't got a mentor today, and whatever it is you're doing, if you're not speaking to someone who isn't where you want to be, and it's not that they're better than you. It's not that they're better than you. Okay? Because this is what hurts a lot of, especially men. They've got this thing called ego. Yeah. And, it was tough for me as well when I was one of those people that a big, massive ego, small banking account. You might know someone like that. That was me. And when someone told me the truth about myself, it hurt. Yeah. But you need to have this thing called humility. You need to know that, okay, cool. So I'm not going to compare my chapter 2 to someone else's chapter 7. I realize that the only difference between that person and me is because, that they've learned more skills. They've learnt more skills. I love what Will Smith says. He said that the difference between talent and skill is so misunderstood. Like, talent is something you have naturally. Skill is when you but talent will not take you where you need to go. Talent will not take you. Need to build your skill. It comes from hours and hours. So like it actually says, beating on your craft. So, but you need a mentor. You need someone who's going to push you every single day. It's like you're being in traffic and someone sat behind you, flashing their lights, and it's like being in the gym with a personal trainer and they're saying you can do 2 more, you can do 3 more. You need someone who's already getting the results, because again, if you're buying someone's opinion, you're buying into their lifestyle. My 2 mentors were my parents, and that's why I wasn't getting the results I was getting. No offense to them, I love them. I'll do whatever I'm doing now for them. But again, you've got to really think about who you listen to. So the 4 commitments of a winner then. 4 commitments. The winners are committed to these 4 things. They're committed to their personal growth. Your income, your results, your lifestyle is directly in proportion to the personal development that you do. One of the first things that I say thank you for every single morning is the opportunity to study greatness, because success leaves clues. Personal growth is actually taking action as well, man. It's actually, it's being interested in seeing where you're at. I love what Kobe Bryant said about, he used to love when he was facing like amazing opponents, not to try and beat, like, obviously he wants to win, but he's competing against himself all the time. He's seeing where he's at. He's measuring where he's at. So, every time you share your story in front of a crowd, every time you speak in front of a crowd, like, measure, how do you feel? Because I guarantee you, as it goes on, you're going to get more and more comfortable. Yes, bro, 2 seconds. You're going to get more and more comfortable doing it. So your personal development is key. So that's number 1. Number 2 is the skills and techniques. Like, you have to get good at the skills. Commit to being the very best. Why wouldn't you commit to being the very best? Strive to be the best version of you. Like, there's no competition. Look what Darren says. I'm going to bring Darren up in a second. But he says most people are going to an ocean with a teaspoon. Like, just because someone's winning doesn't mean you're losing. I know that's how we're brought up in school, but just because someone's winning doesn't mean you're losing. Everyone can win. We can all win. Okay, so keeping your word. This is discipline. Keep it. You say something. ... You do that something. If he's like, just little things. I drove to the gym earlier. I didn't have time to do it, but I had to get my Magic 20 because I'm accountability. I've told Casual, I've told a few people I'm doing 20 minutes cardio every single day. So it's keeping your word, little things like that. Because how you do one thing is how you do everything. If you've got to reach out to a certain amount of people every day, do it. If you've got to do an event, do it. Your goal, your plan, just work it. Like I said earlier, just attack it. So you have to keep your word, and it's so because that's. We can go deeper into that, but it's all about self-respect and everything, man. It's being, because the first person you've got to lead is yourself. If you can't lead yourself, you can't lead others. Process of change, change. I've just put there, challenge. The word change is in challenge. Ups and downs, peak, valley. You don't go from peak to peak. Like, it's night time here in the UK. It's going to be day tomorrow. When the tide goes out, it comes back in. So it's understanding this, which is the key. Because especially myself, I used to be in the valley and think, oh, that's it. This is me forever. Or it's going to be dark forever. And no, it's just take it day by day, and understanding that, it's not like spring follows winter, and then summer follows spring, and it's going to happen. It's going to happen. So a little bit of homework. I do want to bring Darren off as well. But if you haven't already, make the committed decision to do these 4 things. You're committed to learn. You're committed to move, man. Like, commitment is where the rubber meets the road. Committed, like I said at the start, is the actual activity. So you're committed to move. You're committed to finding that person, that role model, and modeling them. If they're where you want to be. And then number 4, you're committed to teach. Like, teaching is something. It's you do it in increments. It's I can't teach you how to earn 6 figures. I haven't made a 6-figure income yet. But I'm going to bring up someone now who has and has taught other people how to do it as well. So write your goal, scale it back to today. Break it down and burn the ships. Burn the ships. Like, just say, this is it. I'm all in. So the next Friday call will be Friday the 13th of March. Because next week we're going to Toronto to see Bob live. To meet the team and be exposed to more, and it's going to be amazing. So there won't be a call next week, but there will be next, the following week. If you haven't followed my YouTube channel, go and follow it. If you're not my Facebook group, just join that group. It's a great community. Follow me on Instagram. That being said, thank you, and I'd love to bring up Mr. Darren Gibson, one of my personal mentors, good friend, changed my life, changing thousands of people's lives. You know, he's just flew back from Toronto, where he's been out there with Bob and Linda Proctor. So he just texted anyone to say a few words. So Mr. D Gibbs.
Yo, can you make me the host really fast?
Yep.
I want to see if I can. I'm on my iPad, and I just got this, and this is being recorded. Are you blasting this out?
I can stop recording if you want me to.
Yeah, stop recording.
All right, so a second.